All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2021 Diddy Kong Racing Time Trials Tournament. We are super excited to bring you the very first match, which will be Obiyo versus MorKs. Right off the bat, we have our first pick by Obiyo, which is going to be Fossil Canyon Hover, and our first banned track, which is Space Dust Alley. So, if this is your first time watching the Time Trials tournament format before, well, you're in for an interesting ride because this is a really competitive, really complicated format that makes for some really, really intense matches. At the beginning of every match, we'll flip a coin, and whoever wins the coin flip can either pick or ban a track. In this case, Obiyo won the coin flip, and he chose to pick one, which means MorKs gets to ban one. So during this match, we will never see Space Dust Alley, and we are only going to be visiting each track a single time. So Fossil Canyon Hovercraft has been picked. It's going to be the first one that we're going to do. After this, there's never going to be any other Fossil Canyon. No Fossil Canyon car, no Fossil Canyon plane. That said, we can't just play all hovercraft or all plane or all car. We actually require the first 9 tracks be 3 car, 3 hover, and 3 plane. So we're going to see a little bit of everything. It's going to be a very well-rounded full competition, and there will be no repeating of tracks. So, with that said, let's go ahead and count down our players, and we'll start our first run. And as they're playing, I'll continue to talk some more.
All right.
Who's gonna? Okay, Sweener's got it.
Yeah, Sweener can get them going. We'll also, I assume Sweener will go over the points. I'm guessing in group stages we'll just go ahead and play all 13 tracks just because points matter. But when it comes to later in the bracket, that'll probably change, right, Sweener?
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Okay, both players have started their first race, Fossil Canyon Hover.
This is a very fun hover track. I'm not gonna lie. I did this. I was just working on this recently, and I had a great time doing this track. But
Yeah,
there are some rude bounces you can get here.
Yeah, so right off the bat, Obiyo didn't quite get the boost that he wanted to get to the zipper, and he ended up bailing out and going to the right side, but here we'll see that he is taken completely over the pond jump. He has 11 or 12 bananas to MorKs' 9. Yeah, so bananas do matter quite a bit here. So Obiyo having that extra 1 banana, you can see he's already now kind of grabbed the lead on this specific track.
Those bananas will give him
long 20 lap.
I was gonna say those bananas will give him a nice edge over MorKs when it comes to a boost or something of that nature.
Yeah. But it looks like MorKs is gonna get a PB on his first run because his thing showed a 1:12 and now he got a 1:10. So very formidable time.
A 20:66 is a really good flap here.
That's such a good flap.
What's fun about this is we can actually compare to what these people's PBs are on DKR64.com. I'm sure everyone's already noticed we have the 3-lap PBs and the 1-lap PBs on there, and Obiyo was not at all far off. So you'll be noticing they're going to go ahead and do another attempt right now. Why is that? Well, in the past, this tournament has been a one-try competition. Whoever wins the race on the first go gets the point. However, this time around, we are allowing both contestants 3 attempts for a best time overall. So that's a little bit new for us, but it's going to take a little bit of the pressure off. It's going to give us multiple chances to get better and better times. So that's going to be rather convenient for the players.
Definitely.
Looks like MorKs missed the pond jump there, which is gonna definitely hurt. Also, he's playing. MorKs neglected to exit out of the race to get rid of his ghost, so he's also losing a bit of time just because of the ghost's existence on the track.
Mm-hmm. He's going to come close to tying his first lap since he missed the pond jump. And this the pond jump and hover is actually deceptively difficult to line up properly. But I think it's overall where Obiyo is going to be saving the most time over MorKs on this track.
Yeah, and Obiyo setting a huge time of 105.23.
Yeah, that's a great time.
Even with missing that
Obiyo
pond jump,
showing up.
MorKs still get a 111 though, which is very good.
Yeah. Fossil Canyon Hover is one of those tracks where you can get pretty consistently close to your best time, unless you're sitting where Obiyo is, where he's got like the second place time on the track. Where that might be a bit more difficult to compete with all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
JLC, both players into their third attempt. Oh, Bio didn't quite get as good of a boost at the beginning of that lap, so he will get a 23 first lap, which is still very good.
And he rocketed through the lap transition there.
Yeah. He also missed the pond jump. His momentum did manage to carry him very far, to the point where he was able to maintain speed to some extent there. But you do see a 21 lap because of the missed pond jump. And MorKs powering along very close to his first run. I'm not sure how close to his ghost he actually is, or if he's ahead of it. Bio's gonna finish up his final attempt here. See what
And it
MorKs
looks like
finishes
his
up with.
best time will be that 105.23. And it looks like MorKs actually got the same time twice in a row.
Wow, down to the millisecond. Wow.
Down to the 100th, yeah.
100th, yeah.
Sorry,
Definitely
100th.
So. Yeah, so Obiyo will take that point.
Wow.
His best time was 105.23. Fossil Canyon no longer available, and now MorKs has the next pick.
Interesting to see what he's going to go for.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be another hover track, honestly. Awaiting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. MorKs is very well known for enjoying hover.
Yeah, last tournament we had MorKs exploded in hover talent.
Yeah, it's definitely was cool to see him do well in the balloon races.
Next track is Everfrost Peak Hover.
EP Hover, and that's a wonderful, wonderful track. I would say it's the most interesting hover track in the game.
Yeah,
So
I would absolutely agree with that.
it plays it's a really cool track to get to show off in a tournament like this. So you're gonna get to see some really neat movement. So there's some similar stuff to at the beginning in other tracks that we'll potentially get to see in hover, but here we go. The players are gonna get going. And as we see, it looks like
We can see if we can get a sync as well, Brandino. You want to pause Obios for just... I think they're like a second apart.
I can do my best.
Ooh,
Cool.
Bio with some
No
neat
problem.
movement there using the zippers.
Yeah, very, very
seen that.
clean.
You said, okay, let's see if I can... I'll do my best here.
Sure.
Ooh.
Very good. Very nice on the sync.
Yes,
It won't-
look at this.
Yeah, the sync
Aaron-
won't stay forever, but it definitely will be
Yeah.
there.
So we'll
For a
try
little
to
bit.
make sure that each player starts the first race of each track at the same time, so that we get a pretty good comparison going.
Yeah.
But the other two after that, they'll play at their own pace. They can do as they please.
Yeah. Oh man, both players. So that air zipper is so crucial, especially if
Very.
you're doing PB attempts, obviously.
Are-
But both players missed it. No, Bio took a little bit of extra time trying to go for that first zipper, which most players don't go for.
Yeah, it looks like Obios. He's going for the hill zipper on the top there.
Yeah,
That was a very close one. That was very good from both players.
it was. Yeah,
Only about a half a second apart.
Yeah, that was a really it's insane too. I watched Obiyo make a mistake on the last lap, and MorKs got a perfect boost, and they still were pretty synced by the time they touched the next zipper.
Oh, Obiyo playing some plane. Not yet, Obiyo.
yeah. Not this time.
And MorKs will keep the ghost around. So yeah, MorKs is a very skilled hover player. He has a really good understanding of the mechanics, but he hasn't submitted very many times to dkr64.com yet. So you'll see his 3-lap and 1-lap PBs are set to the default time, up in like the 90s and 100 points. But once a couple of these tracks, I'm sure we'll see his times update to reflect his actual.
Wow, almost perfectly in sync first lap for both of them.
Yeah.
28.08 to an 05. That's impressive.
That's like a little more than a frame. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And Obiyo hitting that zipper, that's so hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the cave zipper, but it just doesn't work.
Obiyo's going for much riskier strats. His first time was pretty good, but I feel like he might need to get a better time in this next one to get maybe just taking some safer strats just to get a better time potentially. He's really going for it though. And these two times are very close.
Ooh, Obiyo going far to the left, that might lose him this one. We'll see. Oh, that's a 119.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Obiyo still, MorKs is gonna win that set, but Obiyo still has the best time with that 118.48.
Yeah.
And again, like,
So,
Obiyo's opting to get rid of the ghost, and MorKs is not, which is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, these are so close as it is. Like, that seriously could be the difference maker. Obiyo once again goes into plane. Very excited to try that out.
oh no, Obiyo was doing that to wipe the hover ghost.
Oh!
Oh, that's very smart. Okay.
That's what we call
I usually
big
just
brain.
back out to the menu.
Yeah, but if you enter the track in another vehicle, it'll wipe the ghost is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think that is probably.
Yeah.
correct.
We'll see what I think Obiyo's going to play a little bit safer with the movement especially in the cave. He does get those 2 bananas there are very nice. He is consistently getting a lot of bananas on the first lap.
MorKs misses the air zipper, unfortunately. But he's got about 3/4 of a second lead in this after that first lap, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
going for
opting
the
to go to
zipper.
that right side though.
Oh, he's going for it again. The
Obiyo got the connection into the
Whoa,
3 zipper
my-
connection.
Yep, that's pretty clean.
That is exactly what you need to get back in this. He's going to get like a 23 lap here.
I think it's really hard to make that
24.
fast at 24-21. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
this is definitely going to be his.
Yeah, that was a near 2.5 second faster lap.
Yeah, if you can get that connection, like you're going to have a faster time, but it's so hard to line up properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting that time save ended up with a lot less time saved just because of the amount of times he's missed it.
Yeah, he
And-
gets a 117 there.
That is
117.71.
MorKs.
That's really good.
MorKs had an extremely consistent Everfrost peak, though. I want to point that out. He had a low 119 every single time.
Yeah, this track is it's really wonky, but it's also very consistent in hover. If you don't make a mistake, you'll get very close times. There's some tracks where it's just like you can do the same thing and it'll be
Aha.
it won't work.
So we've got our first car pick next with Haunted Woods Car.
Just a quick
Haunted
shout out
Woods.
to Mr. Ponytail for talking about Haunted Woods car.
Yeah, there he is in chat. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Haunted Woods car is quite a level, and recently has been being pushed super hard by Ponytail, and I commend him for the work that he's done doing.
Yeah, Haunted Woods is one of the most inconsistent car tracks, so this is a decent pick where Obiyo could definitely have a slip up and not have a good run for every time, but it will only take one good run from either player to seal this best of 3. Well, it's not best of 3 attempt. stage.
Okay, there's our beautiful sync. Thank you very much. This is looking fantastic.
Oh!
Okay,
Yeah.
Near-
that's what I
MorKs is
mean.
going to take the lead.
Near in sync tunnel boost though until that happened. Oh, and they both missed the end zipper. Wow.
Yeah, this track's super inconsistent.
Yeah, I think this track is the worst in plane though. You might as well
yeah.
not even play this track in plane.
Yeah, good thing
Sure.
the option. Good thing the option's not there.
Yeah.
Dude, MorKs is actually taking over here. Let's see.
Yeah, Obiyo is struggle bussing.
Oh, they're both
yeah.
struggle bussing.
No, but
Oh no, MorKs!
But MorKs made the bigger mistake, unfortunately. So Obiyo takes it with
Dang.
a 50. Like, Obiyo has like a 41.95 on this track. It's one of his best car tracks, and he's not immune to getting a 50 or better on this track. So inconsistent. But let's see. MorKs is gonna start his second attempt right away, and Obiyo is gonna clear it out with going into hover, and then going back over into car. One thing is that the ghost, if MorKs stays close to his ghost, he's gonna lose a bit of time on his boosts.
Wow,
Because-
great first lap for MorKs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 17 is a really good first lap.
Bio's going to get a 15 though, so he's going to have the pace here. This is definitely a favorite for Obiyo, so I think he's going to have the advantage overall. I think MorKs' best bet is going to be one of the big Haunted Woods mistakes that are also incredibly common on Haunted Woods.
Yeah, exactly.
The bonks here are really brutal. You'll lose a lot of time to them.
That's gonna be
MorKs is going to get a 49. He's going to hit the sub 50 for himself, which is great.
That's good, yeah. No,
Yeah,
Bio's
we're gonna
gonna
see
get a
45.
45. Yeah, so
yeah.
I
That
mean,
was a
fantastic runs for both, where getting a 49 is nothing to sneeze at, but a 45 does put Obiyo in the lead even further for this specific track. And we go into their final attempts. Oh, unfortunate bonk. Getting that turn extremely well is something that is difficult.
Definitely.
Timing when you have to B tap with your R, with your drift, I should say, to get a sharper turn around this corner.
My dogs are barking simply because of how amazing this race is.
Yes.
But
deny it.
MorKs struggled a little bit on the fountain there. Almost like looked like he was trying to do the ponytail jump there on the fountain.
So it's very worth mentioning here what this format, as far as the tournament goes, does best. It forces you to know your opponent really well.
Yeah, it does.
You'll know what they're good at, what they're bad at, and you'll be able to make picks or make bans dependent on those things. MorKs getting a little frustrated at the end there. Can't blame him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bonking
unfortunate,
on this track is relentless.
unfortunate series of Haunted Woods there for MorKs. And that's a third for Obiyo there.
Okay. So, oh, here we go. Star City Plane for MorKs. So
Oh,
another
that's-
interesting pick. I personally love this track. I think it's really fun. But Obiyo has a fat world record here. He has world record by like 2 seconds. So
Yeah, this
As
is
far as-
interesting.
a pick goes, he's might be giving the Obiyo the advantage. But we'll have to see how this pans out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Obiyo has a 109.61, which is crazy.
Ugh,
Let it be
yeah.
known that if you're gonna race Obiyo in plane, it's your own funeral.
Right. And
Generally.
as a reminder, plane is a required pick. So far, we have done 2 hover, we've done 1 car, and now this will be our first plane. So we do have to get to plane eventually, and Obiyo is by far the best plane player in the game. So it's always interesting to watch him play. We'll see how much success he has on this track. MorKs, though, he has played this track quite a bit for plane percent. So I think he has a pretty good understanding of what the route should look like. It's just a matter of execution and whether or not he can pull it off.
I love when people do the do what Obiyo did there. He
Gets
barrel rolled onto
roll.
the zipper. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool, but really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Ground zippers in plane are not an easy thing to hit a lot of the time. It's it can be so tough sometimes because it's like, oh
damn.
oh my gosh, and he's making it look so easy.
And he's doing hard strats too. Like I'm sure there are players who go for strats similar to Obiyo. I'm pretty sure Sweeter probably does some of them. Myself, I've been practicing this course a lot, and there's actually random fact. There's this stupid ceiling in the little tunnel area where if you fly too high, it's like a change in elevation and you just bonk.
Yep.
Fun fact.
Obiyo absolutely zooming through Star City plane here.
Yeah.
What was that? A 116.
116.
That is very, very good.
Yep. Yeah, this track is extremely it can be very inconsistent. Like even Obiyo was like 7 seconds off of his world record on that attempt. Like,
yeah, and plane is all about as hard as you can possibly YOLO. That's how hard you have to YOLO.
exactly.
Very high highs and very low lows.
Oh
Yeah.
a lot of low lows.
Agreed.
Obiyo's also barrel rolling into Epcot here, which is not a safe strat by any stretch of the imagination. That may be
It's
one
actually, honestly, it's easier than it looks.
It actually is. It's all about how you line it up though, but
Honestly, that turn he just
Exactly.
did to turn into the finish line, that is like 18 times harder than it looks. I don't know why it's so hard.
I hate that turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without losing the speed.
Ooh,
And
there it is.
Obiyo a little bit too high. He does hit it.
A little bit of curse by the commentator.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I'm so sorry. That's my fault. That's my fault. Sorry, everyone.
As we say, how easy it is.
Like, yeah, and you saw Obiyo didn't line it up correctly, so like he definitely missed it.
Bonking and plane can be quite frustrating. Oh!
Oh, 2 laps
Yeah.
in a row.
He did it 2 laps in a row, and the same thing, like he was just too high from that position, where he would have to probably just not barrel roll in that case.
So yeah, I think we're gonna see Obiyo pushing 130 here.
Yeah,
Which he
but
will be very
fortunately,
unhappy about.
but fortunately for him, he does have the 116 to fall back on.
Oh,
as the
for
best
sure.
time.
Yeah,
So,
he pulled out the best time just to start things out.
exactly. So he can bomb. He can do like similar time next one and force MorKs to have to beat his 116. Which if MorKs beats that, I mean, it wouldn't be like amazingly surprising, but for someone who's not experienced in time trials, like this track is so
Oh no!
MorKs!
That's
Oh
the-
no!
That's like the worst bonk on this level.
Huge kick in the
Is
dick.
That's
Yeah.
This game can be such a troll with that sometimes, because sometimes like the finish line is like you can run straight through it, and sometimes it isn't. It's so track dependent, and for seemingly random tracks and reasons.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I would expect something that looks like a solid steel banner to be.
Ooh.
I would expect that to not be something that you could phase through.
The streets of Star City not being kind to Obiyo on his last attempt.
Nope.
Star City 2077.
Yeah, but he's got a good start to this lap.
Oh, that was really lucky for Obiyo. Oh no! I think Obiyo got a little queasy there. Fish,
Yeah.
you saw how close to the ceiling he got.
Yeah,
how he
I
didn't
did.
block.
I saw that too. I was wondering. I was like, I felt like that was like the second time in this match, in this specific track, I've seen him do that, where like he's riding inside the top of the ceiling, but not actually not actually getting punished.
Well,
Missing the zipper.
man,
Yeah.
Star City Plane has not been kind in just about any of these races to either person.
No.
It is
No.
not a nice level.
Plane in
No.
general it's a cruel vehicle. It is really
Yeah.
hard
for people who can really excel at plane, you know, all the more to you.
It's
Because plane is a tough vehicle to grind sometimes. It depends on the track.
man, I feel bad.
But like Star City Plane's no fun to grind.
Like MorKs has had some great chances to catch up and has had some good movement, but then like as soon as Obiyo bonks, MorKs bonks on something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like if this was a
How
one
it
try,
goes.
if this was like head to head, it would be so much more interesting. Because of the possibilities of bonking on a one try in Star City Plane. Like, but Obiyo wrapped it up in the first one with that 116. But you can see the averages underneath it. It's like 125 and a 140. Like, so rough of a track. Let's see what this next pick is. Oh, we are. So MorKs has picked Dark Moon Cavern's car.
So it looks like we're getting more bonks, everyone.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Obiyo's native land.
Home track. Yeah, this is like Obioville.
Yeah. This is the track that actually no, that wasn't his match, that was Sweener's match. I was saying the last time trials tournament, Dark Moon car was the track that Obiyo used, but Obiyo pretty much had it perma-banned throughout the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, no one can beat him there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's kind of just the case.
Yep.
I'm interested to see what we're getting around this time.
Sure.
All right, we're on Devil May Cry.
All right. Welcome to Bonk Moon Caverns, everybody. Could be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
So this is a default. This is another default track. We already played
is.
Huntwood's car, which was default. So we'll see how this goes. But Obiyo being a top tier time trial and RTA player, I think overall he's going to have advantage on a lot of these RTA tracks because there isn't a lot of different stuff going on when you're playing in time trials from RTA, and he spent a ton of time in RTA and time trials here, so I think he might be able to, even if he hasn't played in a while, he might be able to fluke out something nice like he did in Star City.
Yeah, that was so smooth. Obiyo got to the first like zipper or the first loop-de-loop at 20x. Like that's insane.
He just had a 31 first lap. That is quite fast.
Yeah. He's not slowing down.
Yeah, those walls were nothing
Nope.
to him right now.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh yeah, he's doing
It's,
fine for himself.
Hits it at 51, probably a 30 lap. MorKs got a 36 lap, and he's not doing too bad here. He's looking at probably a 32 or a 30 or maybe a low 33 this lap.
Dark Moon Caverns is like frustrating but
mid-33.
very fun.
Yeah, and there's Obiyo's first bonk. He just barely taps the wall. Is able to get his speed back up decently fast though, so he'll land with like a 133 very likely there. See if MorKs can finish strong for that one, for like 142, 143.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a very good time, and like most times if you're racing someone, you're gonna be able to beat them with that time unless they're a very top tier runner.
Definitely.
So great job. 143.36 and Obiyo getting a 132 or 33. I didn't 100% catch it. Let's see. He put a 133 flat, so he got exactly that. Both players waste 0 time after Obiyo got rid of his ghost.
MorKs unfortunately not getting enough bananas right before the loop there.
Yeah, they both have 8 bananas right now. 32 lap from Obiyo and a 35 from MorKs. That's faster than his first lap last attempt, so he should be able to get a pretty... should maybe be able to get a better time here, and hopefully he can. What amazes me so much about... What amazes me so much about Obiyo on this track is how close he hugs that right wall right before the first zipper.
And that's so hard to do. Like,
yeah,
man,
he has
it's
to
really
be...
risky.
Yeah, because you generally don't want to be like moving your... He's got it at such an angle where he probably doesn't lose so much speed from doing that. Because a lot of times if I was doing something like that, I'd be like correcting my steering so much that I would just lose speed so often. But he's barely correcting. He just knows the angle he needs.
MorKs steer.
MorKs steer. Indeed, MorKs steer as he hits the wall. 134.
Yeah, these are all good times.
They are. MorKs had a bit of a rough time on his lap 2. And his lap 3 also looks like it was a bit rough as well. Yeah, 145.81. So final attempt for MorKs to get a 132 and beat Obiyo here.
Very clean 3 banana grab there from Obiyo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
We should mention that there is no out of bounds allowed in this tournament. Some of the not many of the tracks we played have had an out of bounds, but this track specifically actually does in the car vehicle. But that is not allowed in these attempts, even though the out of bounds in here is actually quite difficult, and can possibly lose you time. So
yeah,
would be a risk.
100% non-shortcut.
Yes. It's like if we go to Hot Top Volcano, nobody's going to do the shortcut. Everyone's just going to take the track normally.
MorKs could win by a fluke if Obiyo accidentally out of bounds. That is right. Be kind of funny to see an accidental
Would that
out
actually
of bounds.
DQ? Would that actually DQ his whole stage?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I think it might just be the attempt. I have to read the rule set for the 90th time.
Because I would kind of feel like if Obiyo just like got a 132 and just wanted to put on a show and go for the out of bounds, like I'm not sure if that would that would be really unfortunate if it DQ. He's not, obviously. He's just going to take it normally, but it would be very hard to unintentionally out of bounds on this track. And with pretty much any track that there's an out of bounds, there's a specific setup. Yeah,
Joey, I'm so sorry. It's a really complicated rule set.
139.21 and a 148.48. So both players progressively had worse and worse times on the track, but Obiyo managed to get that 133 early and take the specific level. Okay.
All right, Ancient Lake Hover.
The track I like.
Could be one that MorKs could show off a little bit in here. I think he actually has played quite a bit of this track.
Yeah, I don't know Obiyo's time, but we will see it on the thing here. It is a 42.35. That is quite good. He is 4th place.
Also, just to clarify, yes, any shortcut made will automatically give the win on the specific track to the other player.
Okay, so no
and
going
that track becomes unavailable. So yeah, out of bounds is totally banned. All right.
Yeah. So and shortcuts are also banned, like on this track, which there is a shortcut, especially in AL Hover, which is actually on the leaderboards as a shortcut 3-lap. Very difficult to actually get better than what you would do normally, but it can happen. So AL Hover about to start very quickly here. Both players only getting 2 bananas at the start.
So, I do want to take a moment to talk about another part of this tournament that we have yet to mention.
Mhm.
We do have a prize pool for this tournament.
Yo, let's
So
go.
the top 4 players in the tournament will receive prize payouts, but that will only be 50% of the total pool. The other 50% is all going directly to DKR64.com as a direct donation.
Nice.
So if you'd like to donate to the tournament, donate to the prize pool, and donate to DKR64.com all at the same time, we have a donation link in our About section, and we also have it here as a command. So,
Yeah. This one was a lot closer because Obiyo actually missed the Bio actually missed one of the zippers. He missed he missed the first zipper on lap 3, which meant that MorKs was able to kind of catch up.
we're also seeing MorKs go into the water, and I think that's typically not recommended for this track. I think it's slightly slower than staying on land, I think.
Yeah, it creates a bit more lag to go into the water there, is what I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be generally snaking on land when you can. There's some tracks, obviously, that are fully in water, so we can't help it. But yeah, we see Obiyo getting a 1378 lap, which is very, very good. His first lap was a bit slower than probably what he would have wanted, but
Oh, that in hover, that for some reason that is so much easier to miss.
That all comes down to your snaking line. So it is much easier to miss if your line is off.
Bio still has best time here. Slightly.
He does slightly have that best time.
Only by like 0.5 too.
Yeah. So this one could definitely come down to the wire. But MorKs hitting an 1820 first lap after missing the zipper, the last zipper of lap 1. So had to take a longer route there to get to the finish line. 1441. Yeah, Obiyo getting a 1598 first lap. Gonna hit the wall and barely avoid face first bonking into the tree. Just taking a slight side bonk instead. See, 4866 from MorKs. So, pending some form of disqualification, Obiyo, just on his normal times, will actually take this track. And he's on a decent pace here for like a 43.
Yep.
So, huge time.
Yeah. Obiyo hovered around the 43 to 45 mark for all 3.
Treasure Cave's car. That is what we are going to play next.
Well, at least it's the time trials version of it.
So, as we are getting ready for that, we do have one donation from DKR Fanboy. They donated $150. Thank you so much. That is insane.
Poggers, thank you.
Thank you so much, whoever that was.
This is so amazing. Keep up the good work. Get ready, go.
Shoutouts to DKR Fanboy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so we got another default car track coming in. All 3 of the car tracks picked have been defaults. And none of the plane or hovers have been a default track.
So far, they look quite synced.
Pretty close.
Obiyo just
Treasure
got
Cave
a
is
small...
a notoriously complicated track. It's weird.
Yeah.
Obiyo was able to eke out just a little bit in front of MorKs because of his tunnel boost.
A lot of the specific movement that Obiyo's doing, where he's holding that up, where he's getting the where he's holding up on his joystick when he's doing specific things, like being in the air.
Yeah. Right.
It's really giving him that advantage. He gets a 42 because of it. Even with a bonk, a 42 is very nice.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So, a strong start. MorKs with a 45-43, also a pretty strong time. Alright, so let's see how MorKs' first lap here pans out. He gets a low 16 to start. Obio's going to be finishing up the first lap of his second attempt with a mid 15. 14.50 for MorKs second. Looking like just about the same type of pace he had in his first race. Yeah, he should get like a 45 here as well. Yeah, very nice. 45.20. And Obio's going to finish out here with might even be a better time than his first run. Very close to it, at least.
Wow. That just honestly...
42.61. Barely eking that one out.
This level goes by just so fast, it's hard to process sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a short track, but it's really, really complex. And it's overall, I think it's pretty consistent, just looking at both Obio's and MorKs' times. Like, you can do the same thing every time, but to continue improving it is just, it's really hard. I don't know how to describe it exactly.
Yeah, it is very difficult to do that. I see that Obio's like kind of doing specific movement in the cave for the hill, and you see he's kind of doing specific movement for going up in the air off the zippers and everything. He does fall off the track a little bit, but the fact that he was able to come up and grab the zipper saved him like a lot of extra time comparatively to what he could have lost. So 45.28 from MorKs, 3 very close times, and Obiyo a high 42 again, 42.96.
GG's.
So consistent.
Insane match, actually.
So with I thought we were playing everything out just because of points. Are we not?
We are not. It is first to 7 to win.
Okay, so we're just counting wins. Okay,
Correct.
that makes sense. So Obiyo has taken this match. This is me not having read the rules ahead of time. So,
Which,
yeah.
if you're a contestant, everyone should read the rules like 10 times because there's a lot of rules. It's a very well specifically worded tournament. So there's going to be a lot of that tournament command I used before.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I'll look over that. I thought for sure that we were playing all 13 out because we did that in the prior one, but it makes a lot of sense to not do that when we're doing 3 attempts per one. We'd be here for a very long time.
All right, it looks like we're going to have Obiyo and MorKs come in just to talk about.
Hello.
Welcome, MorKs. How you doing?
Welcome,
Hello,
friends.
Well,
I stood a chance in Everfrost Peak, I think, but I messed it up too much.
Yeah, you guys had very different strategies there too. Obiyo was going for the zipper on the right side of the tunnel when you enter it.
Yep.
And then trying to connect that all the way up the hill with that last one at the top of the hill on the left. So that was kind of interesting to watch, but you guys were really close there. Same with Ancient Lake. Those attempts were really, really close as well. So that was pretty cool to watch.
Thanks. I haven't studied any time trial strategies, and I think that EP Hover uses that zipper that you're talking about, that Obiyo tried to use.
It does, but it's really inconsistent and it's really hard to use. Like it's weird. I don't know why it works the way it does, but it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I honestly had no idea what I was doing on EP Hover. I was just like, I think this is the strat. I'm just gonna try.
I was trying to cheese you with that, and I guess I was right. It just didn't pull off.
Yeah. It was a good pick for sure. When I saw the first 2 times, and I saw that you were 1 second behind me, I was like, oh, he has something here. He might actually beat me. Like,
yeah, you could have probably won 17 pretty easily. It's just that I messed up a bunch of things.
I was expecting to lose that one. I was gonna, and happy to see I didn't. Like I really expected to lose that point.
It's all right. I mean, you guys, you kind of expected that, right? The sweep, but that was fun. I had a lot of fun.
I actually did not expect to sweep. I thought I was gonna lose a few points, but I guess it is what it is. Sometimes you just don't get the run.
Yeah. And as people said in the chat, you were just in a hurry to watch the Canadians play tonight.
Oh yeah, it's in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Game
Right.
7, baby.
He gets to go watch the Hops.
It's game 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I might watch that on my PC later on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I do want to let you guys know, since you guys were playing, we had 3 donations during our very first match. First one from DKR Fanboy for $150.
Oh, let's go.
What? Crazy.
Psycho Joseph, our very own Psychedelic Joey, sent us $1.69 and says, Mario Kart 64 is better, forehead.
Oh, yeah, that's a forehead if I've ever.
Thank you, Psycho
seen
Joseph.
one. Thank you, Joey.
And last but not least, we have a $250 donation from Antonio. He
Oh
says,
shit.
clock go fast, smiley
Clock.
face.
Wow.
Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you,
crazy to
Antonio.
me.
Thank you,
Wow.
DKR Fanboy and Joey. Thank you guys so much. That is absolutely freaking insane.
Oh my gosh.
The prize spot is gonna
Actually
be nuts.
insane.
We raised like $400 in the first race. That's insane.
Yeah, thank you
are,
guys so
You guys
much.
are incredible.
Thank you all
this
so
is
much.
going to be an
And
awesome tournament.
just the shout outs to DKR64.com as well for hosting all these time trials. And
Yeah.
just know that the money being donated will go to them too, to help them out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna help Mike out with keeping our site up to date and running it.
I just
Yes.
imagining handing him like a literal giant bag of money with like a dollar sign on it.
I want to hand him a golden balloon
Mr.
with a check inside it.
Mr. Krabs
And
style.
when you
yeah.
hand it to him, you have to say, "This is for you."
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And
make
I
sure
will
to
paint
fly
myself
in.
blue and wear a big elephant trunk.
And make sure to fly in and take way too long and do this 40 times.
Yes. All right. So I hope, MorKs and Obiyo, I hope you had a good time with the first race. Thanks for being the first race. It's probably a little nerve-wracking, but I think everything went well with the stream. I checked our viewer count. We had 40 people watching, which is really exciting.
That's insane.
Nice.
So
Nice.
super awesome. If you guys in chat want to keep up with when matches are going to be coming up next in the tournament, we have a Discord. You can join the Discord, and matches will be discussed there. And we're also announcing those in the regular Diddy Kong Racing speedrunning Discord. So keep an eye out for those. And yeah, I think it sounds like we're going to have some matches tomorrow as well. So I think that's 6 p.m. EST that Brandino scheduled earlier today. So
Yep.
that should be an exciting one as well. Otherwise, without further ado, I think any last comments from MorKs, Obiyo, or our commentators?
Just GG's, and I'm looking forward to all the other races, and happy that people joined my tournament. So thank you for joining and donating to the prize pool on the website.
I guess as for myself, I have 2 things to say. First, of course, these guys have been working super hard to make this work with the stream and everything, and you have no idea in the background how everything has been put up to be so easy for us in order to compete and restream. So thanks a lot, you guys. It's very professional. I love it. And the second thing I must say is Space This Alley sucks.
Yes.
Objection, but I can
We'll have to
accept it on
see-
some track. I
we'll
can
have to
accept
see
it if
what
it's SDA
the-
car.
What the most banned track is at the end of the tournament. We should be keeping track of that
Yeah,
in the
we can
match
do that for
results.
sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll keep track of bands.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much again, and we'll catch you tomorrow for more time trial tournament.
All right, thank you everyone. I'm gonna stop stream now.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye everybody.
See ya.
Everyone.